Hello everyone, myself Professor Jaya Suryavanshi, and today we will cover through this online lecture, that is the entity diagram, that is the entity relationship diagram. Okay, so first we will discuss what is the entity. An entity can be a real world objects, either animated or inanimated, that can be easily identified. For example, in a school database, students, teacher, classes and courses offered can be considered as an entity. So for example, I will explain these things with one example, that is your folder system. So we have seen this in the before inventions of your database management systems. Your file system is used for storing the data. So school database is there. In this school's database, how we will store the data of your student, teacher, classes and other things. So we have the one folder whose name is the school database, and inside this school database separate folders are there for storing the data. Student data, for separate folders are there for storing the teacher's data, classes data and so on. So what happens, because of these separate folders we can easily identify the informations of student, easily identify the informations of teacher. So this separate data we are storing because for easy access of informations of each and everything, because students data is separate from the teachers and teachers data are also separate from the class. So instead of storing all this information in a single folder, that is the school database, we make the separate folder for storing the data, and this separate folder is nothing but your entity. In your relational database model systems, each we store this folder data in a separate tables, and these tables are related with each other. Obviously teachers, there is a relationship between the teachers and student, teachers and classes, because teachers teach the student and teacher teach the particular classes. So same way in ER model or entity relationship model or ER diagrams, or that is the database management systems, we make the separate tables, that is called the relations, and these tables we are connected with each other for accessing the data. So that is your database management systems, or inside this we are storing the information in the form of the table, and this separate table is called as the entity. Take one example, that is the college database. In this college database, professors are there, students are there, courses are there, and we are storing the professors data in a professors table, students data in a students table, as well as the courses information in a courses table. So this complete tables is called as the entity. Okay, it is clear. Now this entity or these tables having some attributes, and these attributes, this entity is having the attributes, and this suppose for example the table professor table is there, or entity professor entity is there, whose attributes is the professor name, address, professor address and the professor salary. So what is the needs of an attributes? Because we will store the data in the form of the attributes, in the form of the column. Clear? So this is up to your entity. Take one example here. The professor is an entity. In this entity have the different attributes. Attributes name is the professor ID, professor name, professor city and the professor salary, and we are storing the informations of all the attributes. Okay, so now in these attributes we will set some keys, that is a primary key, and primary key should be unique. It means we will select some attributes, these attributes having the unique value. Suppose we are considering the professor name. The professor name is not unique value, because similar name or two the professor who having the same name should be present in one department. Also the n number of the professor can be belongs to the same city, and the n number of the professor may be having the same salary. So this professor name, professor city and professor salary has not a unique attributes. Unique attributes is the professor ID. Two professor does not have the unique ID. So that's why we can set this professor ID as a primary key. So key is what? It is nothing but the attributes or the collections of the combinations of multiple attributes, or the combined two attributes we can make the primary key. Okay, and the primary key having the unique attributes. Because of primary key, this primary key do not have any duplicate values. Okay, so this is your entity and attributes as well as the primary key. Now this is the example of ER diagram. So what is the ER diagrams? ER diagram is nothing but what? Shows the relationship among the entity set. An entity set is a group of similar entities, and these entities can have the attributes. In terms of database management systems, an entity is a table or attributes of a table in database. So by showing the relationship among the tables and their attributes, entity diagram shows the complete logical structures of the database. So this entity ER diagram is nothing but the pictorial representations of complete entity and their attributes. So we have take on examples over here. This is a simple ER diagrams where student and the college are the two attributes over here, and these two attributes are connected with each other through this diamond shape. So this is represent student studying the college. So student in is the relationship between the two entities, that is the student and the college. Okay, and this represent the attributes. Student having the attributes, that is the student ID, student name and the student address, whereas the college is also having the attributes, that is the college ID and the college name. Okay, so now we will discuss how this entity relationship diagram we will draw and what are the symbols we required to draw this entity relationship diagrams. So this is the rectangle. A rectangle represent the entity. Suppose you want to represent the entity, so we will use the rectangle. Students and college, two entities are there, and to represent these entities we use the rectangle, represent the rectangle. Next one is the attributes. So these attributes we use ellipse. So student having the attributes, that is the student ID, student name and student address. So ellipse is used to represent the attributes of an entity. Then relations between the two entities is represented through the diamond. So this is your diamond. Study in is the relationship between the two entities called student and college, and these are connected with this diamond. Okay, and this is the link. Line is used for the link. Next one is the double ellipse, is the multi-valued attribute. So it may be possible that any attributes having the single value, or it may be the multiples values. So multiples values represent with the help of the double diamond. So for example, one student is there, student having the multiple address, like the permanent address as well as the correspondent address. So that times we will show this attributes value with the help of the two double ellipse. Okay, or phone numbers. Phone number is the phone number, one student having the multiple phone numbers, that time these things we will represent to the double ellipse. Now the derived attributes. Again, this attributes is divided into the two types. One is the stored attributes and another one is the derived attributes. Stored attributes means what? Suppose your date of birth. Your date of birth is the fixed. This will never change. Okay, so that times it is the fixed value, and that is called as the stored value. And the derived value is what? We can calculate the address. We can calculate the age of student if we know the date of birth of that particular student. So derived attributes is what? We are deriving some value from the stored value. So that times it will use the derived attributes, and it is represent the dashish ellipse. Okay, dashish ellipse is used to represent the derived attributes. Then is the weak entity. Two types of the entities is there. One is the strong entities and another one is the weak entities. So weak entities is what? Weak entities, that particular entities which is dependent on the other ones. Okay. So that is called as the weak entities. So for example, bank account is there. Suppose we are showing the bank account, our bank account, but suppose we don't know the name of that particular bank, that is the then we cannot say that this bank account gives some identity, or through this bank only bank account is not sufficient to show your complete informations of bank. Bank name is the required. That times this bank account is the weak entity because it is not sufficient to represent itself completely. So that why it is the weak entity. This is the example of your weak entity, the entity which is dependent on others. That time it is represented as the weak. Then lines and double lines, the total participations of an entity in the relationship set. So these are the different shapes we are needed or we are required to represent your entity relationship diagram. This one is again few double diamond. This is again the weak entity relationship. Suppose the relationship is weak, it is not strong, that time we use the double diamond. The double diamond symbol, that is the next one is the key attributes. Key attributes is used. Suppose primary key is there, to how to represent this primary key in your entity relationship diagram, it is represent with the ellipse with underline. So your primary key customer ID is the primary key of your table. That times customer ID is written this way, ellipse plus underline. Then next one is the composite attributes. So what is the composite attributes? Maybe two types, but there is again the attributes having the two types. One is the single attributes and another one is the multi attributes. So what is a single attributes? Single attributes means having the single value, like your date of birth. Date of birth is the single value because two date of birth is not there, or it is not valid. So date of birth is a single attributes, whereas the composite attributes means your name. Your name having the we can divide it these attributes in the middle name, then first name and the last name. So attributes which we can divide it into the multiple divided into the other divided into the we can divide it is called as the composite attributes. Okay, so simply attributes how to identify these composite attributes. Then this is the one ellipse, and again this entity again connected the with other ellipse. So that's why we can represent as a composite attributes. Okay, so this is your entity relationship model. Entity, it may be the weak, it may be strong. Then attributes, key is there, composite is there, multiple is there, and derived is there. And relationship, this each and this entity relationship diagrams, each entity is related with other one. So this relationship may be one to one, one to many, many to one, or many to many. So we will go through it. This is the entity. Entity is the student and college is the entity. Relationship between this is the study. And in one college is only one, and this multiple student is studying in this college. So relationship is one college and multiple student. So relationship is multiple m to 1. Weak entity, bank account is the weak entity. Then key attributes, student, roll number, with underline, this is the primary key, that's why it is the roll number plus underline. Name, age, address, these are the attributes of your student entity. Composite attributes, so student, address, so maybe address is again divided into the multiple entities, that is pin number, separate pin number, state, country. So this is the one ellipse and it is again connected with the multiple ellipse because we are dividing these things. So that is your composite attributes. So this is the again one example, student phone number. This is the multi-valued attributes because student having the multiple phone numbers. Student name, Then age is the derived attributes, that's why it is the dotted line, because for deriving the age we derive the age from your date of birth and it is represent the dotted lines. Then date of birth, it is the save attributes. Once you have saved this date of birth, date of birth is a single value, we cannot change it. And student id with underlines, it is represent the primary key. So these are the entity ER diagrams. Now we are taking this example, one example. This is your assignment. Through this assignment you have to find out what is the entity, how many entities are there, how many attributes are there, what are the weak entities, key attributes, composite attributes, multi-values attributes and derived attributes. You have to find out these things. Thank you.